Hello and welcome. Today I am speaking to you on a cool Saturday morning in New Zealand. The sun is just starting to stretch golden shadows out across my lawn. The air is crisp and sweet. It reminds me of when I used to go horse riding as a child. It's funny how the smell and feel of something as simple as the air outside can spark so many memories in your mind. Where are you visiting from today? Maybe you are coming from a busy city with flashing traffic lights and rumbles of voices and cars. Maybe you're in a house on a suburban street with the hum of lawnmowers and the clicking of cicadas. Wherever you are today, come on and get yourself cozy under a blanket. Or if it's hot where you are, maybe you'd like to open a window and lie on top of your blankets for now. Whatever works for you, find what feels comfortable. This summer, my garden has been so fortunate to have had so many little animal visitors. We don't get many wild animals here in New Zealand, but each creature that I do have, snuffling and gliding through the bush behind my house, are so very special, and I am so happy to have them out there. While you let your breathing flow soft and sweet, I'm going to tell you about a few of those wonderful creatures. You can let your eyes flutter closed if you like, and just listen along, or if you would like to keep your eyes open, I have these lovely moving images for you here too. Either way, I am here. Behind my house there is an array of trees in all different shades of green. Some small ferns that shimmer quietly in the breeze. Others are tall, strong, powerful trees with brown trunks covered in moss. In the arms of these trees sit some of my favorite visitors. I have been so fortunate to have been visited by 3 tui birds. Tuis are a beautiful native bird of New Zealand. In comparison to, say, a little sparrow, they look like giants up in the trees. From a distance, they look completely black, apart from their trademark white tuft of feathers that sits under their necks. And when they move through the sun, you can see the incredible colours of their oil-slick coloured palette. The shimmers of their iridescent feathers show off colours of blue, green, and bronze. They also have a small dusting of white feathers that sits around the back and sides of their neck, like a lace collar. They are quite unique sounding birds. At times they almost make clicking, squeaking noises. Tuis have a detailed and vast set of songs and calls, much like parrots. Apparently, they can imitate human speech, just like parrots can. I've never heard this myself, but I would be very entertained to hear. They also mimic sounds of car alarms and breaking glass, but the ones that perch up high in my garden just chatter amongst themselves in their own very unique voices. The sounds remind me of being home. It is a very distinct sound that you may hear in New Zealand, in the bush. Yesterday I received a visit from a tiny field mouse. Well, actually, technically, I think they are called a house mouse. But anyway, I was resting out on my couch in the late afternoon. It was all very quiet, apart from the quiet song of the crickets outside, when I suddenly heard a little rattling sound, a little tap, 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 and then a munching, crunching sound. It sounded like my cat eating out of his bowl, so I tilted my head, expecting to see him there, but he was not there. I eventually realized, after finally turning my head at the right time, that there was a tiny, round, brown mouse stealing little biscuits out of my cat's bowl and retreating to the other side of the kitchen to eat them in private. I tried to get up quietly and take a photo so I could show him to my partner, but he must have raced back out the door, because when I got up, he was nowhere to be seen. We've seen a lot of little mice in and around the garden, and since we moved in, they've been visiting a lot. They are very small, of course, and are a soft, earthy brown colour with very long, rosy pink tails. I have seen many up close, as my partner has become a bit of a mouse rescuer, as they sometimes come through into the house, and our big black cat is very interested in them, as you can probably imagine. So he scoops them up in his hands, and back into the garden they go, with their bright shiny eyes and little teddy bear faces. I have to say that these little mice have the faces that genuinely resemble a teddy bear's face. They are just so cute. Outside in my garden now, it looks like the sun has hidden itself away. There are some heavy-looking clouds up in the sky. I think it might rain, but that's okay, because I love the sound of the rain falling on our wooden deck. It's so peaceful. And as it's been so hot this summer, the grass is looking gold and dry, and I think it could use a good drink. And it always feels like the rain washes and cleanses everything. Well, it's time for me to go now. Maybe bring my washing in before the rain really arrives. Thank you for being here today and listening. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe you're feeling a little more peaceful and relaxed. When I get anxious, I really like listening to people just talking about everyday things in their lives. And maybe you do too. I really enjoyed talking to you today in my first video. I'll be back again soon, maybe to talk about some other creatures in my garden if you would like that, because there's so many more. Or maybe I'll talk about something else. We'll see. But thank you for listening, and for now,